medic 232, that's me. 1015, 1135.
What is up, YouTube? M1 American here. I'm actually out in the snow today doing I'm actually scouting for a training that's going to happen here in about a week. Not from your time, from my time when I take this video. But anyways, it's for a search and rescue group to do an overnight out in the snow and do a few rescue techniques and survival stuff. The kind of just the basics. But anyways, so I get the fun of scouting out in the snow by myself. And it's very, very peaceful out here right now. I'll show you around real quick. So I'm not super far in, but I figured I'd stop and take some video. Probably about 2 miles from the highway, maybe less. So not very far. As you can see here, it's probably a rock outcropping, which makes some neat cliff edges and things. Some glissading and some other things we can do with it, which would be kind of fun. Probably find something similar to this. You know, it's got different things you can work with. But anyways, so the main thing is out here enjoying it today. Gonna do a few things, probably put it on video. Not the things for the training, that I can't really do, but I can show you just me going through today. So I plan to do lunch out here and just some simple stuff, more scouting. I'll show you some of the other places I go or anything else I come up with. Maybe some ideas for snow sheltering, but I didn't really come out here to do that. You can see my pack back there in the background. So not a heavy pack, it's just a day pack. So, but you know, there's a lot you can do with a little. All right, let's get to it. Oh, look at that. Oh, neat. Oh, it's an underground ice cave. Was planning on doing a mock shelter. Oh, that's deep. Oh, that goes really deep. Wow. Was gonna do a mock snow shelter. And then I saw this, it's coming between here, and I was digging in to one of these hills. And look what I stumbled across. It's hard to tell, but it's pretty darn deep from what it feels like I'm standing on. Let's find out. It's probably a big boulder or something with an overhang and created a cavity or something. That's my guess. Oh, it's a layer of ice. Hard layer too. Whoops. Get back here. I don't want you blocking up where I'm trying to go. Oh yeah. That's neat. Oh, yeah, we're probably 10 feet up. Long ways to go down and find one of these holes on accident. Kind of neat. makes it easy to dig till you hit the ice is that yeah, that's hard. Must have been a good melt. And there goes my nose. Alright. Well, gotta keep digging. So, I mean, this is all practice. This isn't like anything. I was just curious. But you never know what you'll find from being curious. Oh, it goes up, kind of over. Anyways. Nice area. Between those trees, it's kind of a nice opening. Good place to camp. Kind of flat, open. The snow is very heavy. It's very dense and wet. It's like pushing through sand. Oh yeah, this is cool. I like how pillowy soft this snow is. Just so smooth and rolling. Alright, so I found this neat little spot. Gonna do lunch, but I'm going to carve me out a little cooking area on this hill here. But first, I'm gonna make a spot to get closer into it. Just trying to make it flat, visually appealing. Doesn't really matter that much though. Today's dinner, chili mac with beef, just a Mountain House meal. Nothing fancy, I just want something fast because I didn't plan on being here super long today. Let's see. Where's the stove? Little cook kit. Digging for the water. Could melt snow. It'll take an awful long time though. However, if you do melt snow, it's always good. Maybe I'll show you. To prime your pot, prime the snow with already melted or wet something like water. And it's really important. You can actually fry the snow onto the pan. Makes a pretty gross taste. You would not like it. Also, when you melt snow, it tends to have a metallic taste. It's kind of weird. Okay, so we have our Mountain House, our food, a spoon, some water, or snow. cook kit. This is a cheap cook kit. It's steel, it's heavy. I don't like to take it backpacking, but on short adventures, I take it. And if you're wondering, a lot of this stuff you can buy at Walmart or REI or online. It's pretty cheap gear. I have much more compact, lighter, but actually I couldn't find it, so I brought this. So a little stove top goes right on top of it. Sometimes what I'll do, put the gas in there. This is just an insulator, so the can's not directly on the snow. The only thing that does is keeps the can from freezing as quick. And there's a lighter, perfect. Keeps the can from freezing as quick, because when this can freezes, it's a whole lot slower for the gas to come out. So what we'll do is get the gas going, get this thing warmed up. Takes a minute for it to warm up. So you could do snow, but like I said, if you do snow, don't just scoop it and melt it. You got to start it with a little something, like a little water or something. And it does take longer because, I mean, it's snow, it's got to melt. But basically, you just put something in it, and then you're just going to shovel the rest. I'd use something other than this, but this would work too. But we're gonna, so it doesn't drip down and put the fire out. And that's it. I think we need 16 ounces, so right about halfway up. That's for the meal, that is. Another good idea is when you're doing this, I'm conserving water so I don't have to melt water for hiking. And this I can drink. To eat it, it's not going to be as big if it tastes metallic-y or whatever. I think I'm going to make a little place to cop a squat. Means sit down. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect for lunch. A lot of the times I'll do just snack food, stuff you can pull out your pocket while you're on the trail. Depends, you know, what you're doing. For the most part, you know, it's kind of nice, especially in the snow season, it's kind of nice to be able to actually stop, sit down, relax, have something hot. I mean, you could definitely do without, but it's just not as nice. And today I have all the time in the world pretty much, so we're cooking with fire. A little fire. Still works. 10 minutes for a boil. We're almost at the highest it goes, and that's from melting snow. So had it been just a bottle of water, we'd have had a little bit faster time, maybe 5 minutes, but because we're melting ice, it takes obviously longer. But 10 minutes, not too bad. Also something to consider is when you use any type of fire, it takes more oxygen the higher up in elevation you go, because there's less oxygen available. So the higher up you go, the longer it's going to take for it to get hot. And another thing, it will start to boil faster the higher up you go at a lower temperature though. That's something to think about. You'll get bubbles, but you won't be boiling hot. You won't be at 185 degrees. You might be a lot less. It totally depends on your elevation. So I'm about 7,000 feet up right now. Just to give you a reference, 7,000 feet, about 10 minutes to melt water almost to a boil. We're probably looking at 12 to 15 minutes to be done, and then cooking. All right, so we're done boiling. We're gonna cut into our mountain house meal here. Take our trash with us. Always remove the little desiccant tabs. You don't want to cook that, and you definitely don't want to eat it. So there we go. We're gonna pour it straight in. And I'm gonna do little bits at a time, mix it up, and see where we're at, because I might not want all that water. Now this is the nice part. You get to sit down for a minute and enjoy your food. Alright, well, kind of backtracking, looking for different spots now, and came across this snowcat just sitting there. Actually, so what it is the water district, they park it here because they're the ones that groom the trail, because the road goes about, I forget how many miles down, 8 miles or something, down to a power plant. That's for dang sure. Alright, back to hiking we go. Well, it's pretty nice weather out here. I hope it's this nice when I come back to spend the night in it. We'll see. 5 days from now. Oh, look at this. Distracted. Looks like a river cut out of the snow. How cool is that? I don't want to get too close. This could be a mess to get out of. Oh yeah. That'd be a heck of a fall. Would not want to land in that. Woo-wee. That is no joke. It's like 15 feet down. And make sure my footing's secure and that this whole hill doesn't give out on me. So there you go. Was just on top right there. That was a good decision not to go any closer to that edge. And trace it back up. There's a snow bridge right there. Water's traveling under it, cutting its way through. Looks like it collapsed, but it still cuts its way through. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get out this time all the way back to the truck and go put together this training. Should be fun. So a little bit for you guys information if you guys aren't aware. Search and rescue are almost always volunteers. There are some organizations that pay, but almost always they're volunteers. They put in a lot of time, a lot of effort for free, and they even put in a lot of their own money. The gear we have often is that we have to pay for ourselves. Not always, but a lot of the times it's too much for the organization to pay for. Also, the money that the volunteers have to use for team gear and vehicles and stuff like that, maintenance, just general costs every time they go out or every time they train, is almost always donations. So heavily funded by donations. My point behind this is, if you guys like to explore, like to do things out in the wilderness, or have family and friends that do, it's great. I'm not trying to push here. It's great to always either volunteer your help, your time, something. If you donations, you know, $1 here and there, it doesn't matter. Everything counts, because that's the only way to get some of these people that get rescued, is by the generosity of others. So with that being said, don't be shy when you see search and rescuers to ask questions or even try and get involved in your local organization. With that, if you do get out and you do adventure, please be safe. Use common sense. Know before you go. Know what you're getting into and what you're gonna need. Don't be a dummy. Travel with nothing, not water, not a jacket, not anything. And there's so much more to be said on that. So be smart, be safe, and most of all, get out there. Enjoy what the world has to offer you. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you next time. This has been fun. See you in the next video. Peace out.